Yo, what is going on YouTube? Technically T bringing you yet another case review video for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And yes, we do have the Pitaka MagEZ Case and the MagEZ Case Pro. Now, a huge shout out, of course, to Pitaka for dropping me these to review. Now, of course, let's go ahead. We got to get into it. Let's tell you a little bit about them. You already know about the MagEZ Case, man. This has been in the news like crazy, and I'm pretty sure you know why, but we'll talk about that later. And the MagEZ Case Pro. If you don't know what this case is, I know a lot of people talk about this case, but the MagEZ Case Pro, in my opinion, and the way I like my cases, this has been on the channel before, and this has always been one of my top favorite cases every single year, no matter what phone we're talking about, man. So I'm really anxious to get into this, and I'm glad they brought it back for the 11 Pro Max. But we're going to go ahead and get into this case second. First, let's go ahead and talk about the Pitaka MagEZ Case in all its thinness. MagEZ Case, 6.5 inch for the 11 Pro Max, man. Made out of 100% genuine aramid fiber, 16 grams of lightness, 0.85 millimeters of thickness. If you're into all the measurements, man, then you know this case is insanely thin. Flipping it over on the back, it does have metal plates actually embedded into the phone, which is actually dope because they do make a wireless charger that you can use it with a magnetic mount, so you can just pop it on, do everything you want to do like that. If you want to check that out, definitely head over to Pitaka, man, and check that out. But let's go ahead and get into the packaging itself. Now, one thing I love about Pitaka is they have some outstanding packaging. Seamless carrying experience, Pitaka branding, flipping over on the inside, enjoy your Pitaka product, and you get your actual case here. So let's set that to the side. Anything else that you get in the case is you get a little thank you card, of course, and this case right here. Now, not case, but this little thing right here. So it says, note, due to the slight size variance of iPhones, you may need this sticker for a more precise fit of the Pitaka case. So if you put in your Pitaka case and you think it fits a little loose or anything like this, just put this little sticker right on the back of your 11 Pro Max, and then it should fix up the fit just a little bit. Now, I've already installed this on my 11 Pro Max. I feel I don't need that adjustment, so we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and get into the actual case itself. Now, looking at the MagEZ Case, you know this is going to be one of the most thin cases that you can get for the iPhone, man. And no, we're not talking about a bunch of protection. That's just what it is. This case is for my super minimalistic crowd out there, and I know there's a bunch of you out there, and weirdly, I'm slowly turning into one of those people myself. I just want something slim. I have Apple Care, so I'm not really 100% worried about damaging my phone. I'll just go to Apple and get another one. But this is really starting to really grab my attention, man, because I've actually been using this case for a day or so. So let's go ahead and take a look around the case. On the back, you do get a protective little ring that goes around the camera. Now, this used to be like a flimsy little rubber piece that would easily slide off. So it's good to see Pitaka progressing in their quality of their cases and making that an actual part that you really can't take out. So nice little touch there. On the sides, wide open with the volume up, volume down, and your mute toggle. Your top is completely closed, except you do have a little half lip right here that it actually doesn't, cover the entire top. We'll get into that when we put it on the phone. Of course, your power button is wide open, and flipping over the bottom, your bottom of the case is wide open, exposing the bottom of your iPhone. But enough talking, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and grab the 11 Pro Max. Let's go ahead and slap it into the case, and let's see what we are working with. So right offhand, let's go ahead and get to around the case. Like I said, you got your power button that's open. On the top, you have your top that is open as well. But like I said, it does protect a good bit of the top. It leaves almost half of your top exposed. So that's cool. At least your whole wig is not showing. Flip it over on the volume, and of course your volume and your mute toggle switch is wide open as well. And like I said, on the bottom, getting to that bottom, it's going to be completely wide open. So you're prone to... This thing is prone to catch some damage if you were to drop it, man. So just be wary of that. Let's go ahead and talk about late on tear protection, and let's go ahead and say this and move on. No, it does not have late on the tear protection. It's a thin case. It's not going to have it. It's not here. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, man. How does it fit on the actual phone? Now, this is where this case really surprised me, because these cases usually, when you're talking about a lot of phones, they actually slide off pretty simple. This doesn't give you like a super satisfying click when you snap it on the phone, but try to take this case off, you realize how good this case actually fits on the phone. I mean, you can go from the bottom, try to pull it off. Every side, this case absolutely fits amazing on it, and it's a little challenging to take off. And what I can suggest to you is you kind of have to just pop off a side here. So you do that one side, and then you kind of go down, and go down, and then you can pop it off like that. But once you pop it on, this case is on, it's not coming off, and that's very, very reassuring to see this on a thin case, man, because a lot of thin cases tend to pop out pretty easily. But with this case, you don't have to worry about that. Even with it being perfectly thin, it actually fits very, very good. Now, how does the case actually feel in your hand? The case feels very good in the hand. It is a smooth all the way around, where you kind of can feel that carbon fiber, that aramid fiber just a little bit. But overall, it's a smooth case. So I personally don't think it's that slippery. Surprisingly, it's not really slippery, man. This material adds just enough grip for it to be, very good in your hands. And of course, the case is going to add minimal thickness to the, it's just to the phone at all. It's going to keep it super, super thin. And that's the thing that I really like these days. Sometimes I carry more than one phone in my pocket. I need them to be as thin as possible. I don't have time to have two big, huge cases on both of my phones. I need them thin. So therefore, that's what this case offers, man. So this is a very nice case. Looking at the carbon fiber pattern on it, man, it looks very, very good. Very nice quality. And dropping down on wireless charging over here, you can see it. It works just fine with wireless charging. Let's try that again. And make sure you get a notification on it when it actually works. I think I popped it off too quick, so. Well, anyway, it works with wireless charging just fine. It's not playing nice with me. So here it is, Pitaka MagEZ Case for the 11 Pro Max. Now, the one downside, if I have to say anything about this case, is the price. I personally feel this case is a little bit overpriced for what it offers. I know it's quality. I know you're getting what you pay for, but at the same time, I would like to see this case probably cheaper by like 20 bucks. That might make it a little bit more appealing to people, man. I know some people really have a problem paying that price, but if you really want a thin case, this is probably going to be one of the top thin cases for your iPhone that you can get in. If that's the case, you want to go ahead and pay for it, be my guest. I would like to see the price bump just a little bit lower. But here it is, man, Pitaka MagEZ Case for the 11 Pro Max. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the MagEZ Case Pro. Now, just like I said before, this is probably one of my favorite cases right here, man. This is more of the protection that I kind of like to use on the phone, even though I like thin cases. When I do certain activities, aka if I'm going out drinking and partying with the fellas, I need a little bit more protection, man. I'll pick up a case like this. So we have, of course, military grade standard, enhanced with genuine aramid fiber, metal plate embedded, so you can get that wireless charging mount that they offer, wireless charger friendly, and airbag corner safety zone. So let's go ahead and pop this out. Now you do get the same unboxing experience. And it's the same thing, man. So let's go ahead and pull the Pitaka Case Pro. Get it mixed up when I say that name. But here it is, man. Like I said, this is going to be your more heavy-duty Pitaka offering, man. So it's good that they offer a thin offering. If you want a little bit more protection, you bump it up, man, and get the MagEZ Case Pro. So let's go ahead and get into the aspects of this case. So on the inside, man, you have a nice felt-like material. And that's good to see because, of course, you want your phone protected on the outside as well, but also on the inside. So they give you a very nice felt material. You get that Pitaka branding here. Flipping over on the back, you do get that nice protection for your camera. You get that aramid pattern, so that's a very good look. And on the sides, now one thing that improved with Pitaka, they have a raised volume up, volume down, cut out for your mute toggle. But on the side, you see these grooves? These grooves make all of the difference. I'm pretty sure I can dig out the MagEZ Case Pro for the 10s Max or the 10. Whenever the last time I had it, it didn't have these grooves, so therefore it made it a little bit slippery. I said in my video, add some grooves, and guess what they did, man? They added some grooves. So Pitaka, thank you for listening. Now this case is almost a perfect case in my eyes when we're talking about cases. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sides because they have these cushion corners. So of course the sides on all four are protected, man. And I have dropped this phone, not this phone in particular, but I've dropped the iPhone in this case and it's done absolutely amazing. No issues at all when it comes to this and dropping it, man. It really takes drops very, very well. So that's basically it. Very sturdy case, very sturdy material. So let's go ahead and pop the 11 Pro Max in there. Boom. And here it is on the 11 Pro Max. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see how all the buttons feel. So your power button, now the power button really isn't like hugely pronounced or bulging out. It's kind of recessed in there, but it does work well. So I have to make a note of that. It's a little bit recessed in, but it actually does work well. Flipping over bottom, you get your ports and cutouts. No, you don't have a precise cutout when it comes to that volume port. I know a lot of people like to see cases have this volume port be a little bit smaller since it doesn't have all the volume grills going all the way down. So attention to detail, and I know some people want to hear that. Same thing with the volume up and down as the power button. Not too pronounced sticking out, but they do work good once you press it. And that mute toggle switch is a very tight cutout, but you can get your finger in there. But indeed, that is a very, very tight cutout for that mute toggle, man. So if you have huge fingers, it may become a challenge to get in there and cut that mute on. Next, let's take a look at that lay on the table protection. Now, one thing about this case, for it to be military standard, man, it doesn't have a huge lay on table protection. I think that was the issue with the last one. It does bulge over the top just a little bit, but it's so smooth, man, that it almost gives you, it's almost too smooth to the edge that you feel like you don't get enough lay on the tail protection for what you're paying and what you're expected when it comes to this case, man. So I would like to see a little bit better lay on tail protection. I'm pretty sure it can protect it, but I still would like to see a little bit better lay on the tail protection. Now, one thing that I forgot is you see this little bottom here, and there's a little groove that goes here. So that groove is going to allow you to easily get the swipe to unlock feature to work just a little bit without it being a super lip and it being a rough transition right here. Pitaka decided to groove it down here just a little bit so you're able to get your thumb and swipe without any interference of the bottom lip. So that's a nice little touch there. But for the lay on tail protection, I would like to see it a little bit more. Just give us a tad bit more, you know, reassurance, because when you're talking about the smoothness, it feels like it's right there next to the screen. And yes, I do have a tempered glass screen protector there, but I think a better, slight little better lay on tail protection will work good for this case. Next, how does it actually fit on the case? And that's another thing that really made this case one of my favorites, man, is the fit is absolutely perfect. Once you get that satisfying click with it, man, you see it. Once you get it, you hear it, man, its case is up there. It's not coming off. It isn't droopy on the sides. When we're talking about these TPU corners and the sides and the rails, man, this is stiff material. So it isn't budging. You really, really have to pull it. We're talking about some really thick, you know, material right here. So it actually feels good. So therefore, the fit isn't amazing. I really couldn't change the fit on this case one bit. I've used this case for an extended period of time, and it doesn't bend, it doesn't get droopy, it doesn't lose its shape or anything like that over time. So the fit of this is A1. Absolutely love the fit of the MagEZ Case Pro. And how does this case feel in hand? Just like I told you before, them adding that grip on the sides adds a world of difference, and this case is absolutely perfect when it comes to the grip category. You don't get any feeling like you're going to drop this case because these grips are locking into your fingers and they're holding on. Bulk, when it comes to this case, yes, this case will add a little bulk. That's to be expected. We're talking about a military standard grade drop protection case. You're going to get a little bulk. That's just what it is. But if you want something a little bit more thinner, then you can kind of go with their MagEZ Case. So the bulk is there. So it is what it is. Dropping it down on wireless charging, it works just fine with wireless charging. So here it is, man. Pitaka MagEZ Case Pro. One thing that a lot of people don't like about this case, and I forgot to get into it, a lot of people don't like that the back gets very grimy of fingerprints. Now, that is true. This case does show tons of fingerprints and gets grimy on the back. So if you're not a fan of that, then that could, you know, that could stir you away a little bit when it comes to this case. Me personally, I don't care. I just wipe it off on my shirt real quick and keep it moving. But I had to mention that because a lot of people don't like that about this case. But anyway, here it is, man. MagEZ Case Pro for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So all in all, man, here are the two Pitaka cases. Now you have the MagEZ Case Pro and you have the MagEZ Case. Now the beautiful thing about the MagEZ Case is this comes in different colors. You can get like a more of a black. You can get more of a gray. They have like a burgundy color. Really, really nice colors. I would really like to get my hand on that burgundy one because I think that really brings out the color, especially of the fiber weave and everything like that. The MagEZ Case Pro, I'm not sure if that comes in different colors, but me personally, I love this color right here, especially matched with that Space Gray 11 Pro Max. You really can't go wrong. But all of the links to these will be down in the description below, man. Go out there, grab you one. Tell them Technically T sent you. Until next time, man, I'm going to get at you, man. Make sure you drop down in that comment section, leave some comments, smash the like button. If you already know, if you rock with your boy, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. But until next time, later.